And I keep my read receipts on. For all you guys out there, keep your read receipts on your iPhones. Okay?
Interesting. Why?
Yes. It's a power move because I want her to know that I read the message. 100%. I don't want her to think, did you read the message? No, I want you to know I read the damn message.
But what if you don't answer immediately?
That makes it more powerful.
Won't she be offended?
She can be if she wants. I mean, did I say anything to offend her? I mean, she's been doing it to me. Why not just play around a little bit with her too, right?
Damn, that is a power move, guys. That's crazy. Okay.
Yeah, keep the read receipts on.
Thank you for calling the Heartbreak Hotel. How may I assist you today?
Hi, I think I'm ready to check in.
Perfect. We'll see you soon.
Welcome back to Heartbreak Hotel. My name is Caitlin Aaron O'Neill, and today I have Coach Grant Cam with us. He is a texting coach. He helps men get into relationships, text women.
Yeah, like thank you, Caitlin, so much for having me. It's an honor to be here. And I'm helping guys with like literally overcoming multiple things. So they have dry conversations on text messages. They overthink and they get left on red. So that's where I come in as a superhero to help them from those texting issues.
Yeah, I like it. How did you get into that? Like, when did you realize, wow, I'm so good at texting women, I can educate other men on that? Like, how does that happen?
Yeah, so pretty much like I grew up struggling texting girls, and I dropped the ball so many times. I was that guy that was overthinking my text messages. I would run into dry conversations. I just remember I would be that guy that like, look at me, I have like a college degree, I'm smart, I'm cool, like go on a date with me. And it's just not a strong position when you want to text girls to go on dates with you. And I would get left on red so many times. You know, being left on red is like one of the worst things for like a guy to go through. Yeah. So I just applied myself and wanted to learn like what is getting girls attracted to me and what will get me on a date with them. Mm-hmm. So what made me more confident in wanting to share these messages with guys was just realizing that I was going on dates way more often. And I noticed that there were guys that were still stuck in the same position. Yeah. So I wanted to help them with like being more animated, stop being so robotic and logical. Yeah. Right. So because I'm very like expressive and I'm very animated how I speak, I noticed a lot of guys weren't. So I helped them with that. And that's how it started becoming more a level of like comprehension and competence that I know how to help guys with texting. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Did you struggle in person as well? And do you help guys with that?
Like in person?
Speaking to girls in person, going up, approaching.
Oh yeah. Like I did not grow up at all like a Casanova. I was very just like shy. I remember in the third grade, I was like so shy to approach this girl for Halloween. I have a Mask of Zorro costume and she was like, I don't know, Princess Leia from Star Wars or something. And I wanted to approach her during trick or treat because she lived in my neighborhood. And I just like ran away when I saw her. And I just like literally started crying because I was just like, holy crap, and I didn't know how to like share this to my family or anything. I was just like crying. My mom's like, what's wrong with you? Like, what's going on? And I'm like, I don't know, leave me alone. So I literally struggled for many years. In fact, I didn't even have a prom date for senior year. So like, I was just like really like struggling. Wow. But what allowed me to finally wake up was realizing that I just have to have a level of personality and charm and charisma that'll get girls like interested in wanting to learn more about me. Because I always want to learn more about them, but I never made it about learning about myself. So that's what happens. The more I tapped into what do I like? What do I not like? You know, that is what gets people to like find more about you and see how they can fit into your life. Yeah. So for me, it was just a matter of discovering like not like how do I fit in her life, but how does she fit in my life? Okay.
Would you say that what you do, like what you teach, is a form of manipulation, or is it more just confidence?
Manipulation. Yeah, there's definitely some manipulation to fall in love with me, you know, like every girl I met, I wanted to manipulate I wanted to see her go from like pan face if I'm approaching her in person or if I'm texting her. I wanted to go from like that normal, like boring routine that she's like used to. The guy says, hey, what's up? Yeah. I wanted to say something like, what inspired you to like want to say hi to me today? Or when I approached you on a scale of 1 to 10, what made you think that like my approach was like solid? You wanted to talk to me, right? Yeah. So I want to like get girls to think differently about me. Yeah. And that's actually how I attracted my girlfriend too. Like I move different. I always want to be different than everybody else. That's why I want to stand out. I don't like to be blending in and just seem like every other guy because you know, girls get DMs all the time. Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to ask actually, how do you stand out in the DMs? Like girls especially girls who have DMs that are flooded with men. Like, how do you stand out among those?
Yeah, it's a simple strategy. So what I do is like if I find a girl's Instagram, right?
Yeah.
For all the guys out there, what I recommend for them is to get like 3 of her photos.
Okay.
And I would say even be as bold as commenting on all 3 of the photos.
Yeah.
But do not like and engage with the thirst trap photos. If she's wearing a bikini photo, don't engage with those because like every guy is doing that. So let's not be like the average guy. For the guys to stand out, they should like a photo that maybe she has a dog.
Yeah.
And I would say something like, "Oh my God, he's so cute." You know, like, does he like roll over?
Yeah.
Right. Something like that to make her be like, what the heck? Like, why is he saying this? Right.
Yeah.
And then what I'll do is if she has her stories open, I would engage with the stories. I'll even heart it and say something like a fire emoji and say like, "Wow, like that sushi looks fire. Like next time have you had cucumber sushi before? Cucumber roll sushi." She's going to be like, "Of course I've had it."
Yeah.
But then at least I got her to respond to me.
Yeah. So
right?
you're making a comment and then you're asking a question.
Yeah. And it's like, if the girl likes you enough and she's attracted to you, she'll want to engage regardless. She'll say, "Of course I've had it. You haven't had it?" I'll say, I'll just like tease her a little bit. Say like, "I don't know. I mean, it seems interesting. Like I always have like salmon sushi, but I don't have cucumber or whatever." Yeah. And then the last piece of this is that you should have a voice note added in it as well.
Love a voice note. This is great advice. I like this.
Thank you, Caitlin. Because like the more a guy incorporates his voice, the more the girl can feel safe.
Okay.
She can feel that I can trust this man because a lot of time guys hide behind phones.
Yeah.
Like I know that I help guys with texting, but voice messages is texting too.
It is.
And it actually saves me time as well. I mean, if a guy wants to really make his mark, he should use his voice.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so good. I love that. Okay.
Thank you.
Texting coach, what's like one text that a man should never send?
Hey. That's so, I know it's so cliche, but it's so true at the same time. Like just, "Hey, what's up? Girl, you're so fine," or whatever. It's just so basic and bland, right?
Yeah.
I like to do something that like inspires the girl to be like, "Oh my God, he's like, ooh, I kind of like how he's just like talking to me like that. Like I never had a man talk to me like that," right? So even if the guy wants to say, "Hey," he should use a voice note. He should be like, "Hey, I really love that photo that you have. Ooh, and the outfit that you're wearing in that 3rd photo that you have on your post, like in that carousel with like you eating like, the different kinds of pizza. Like I like a girl that's like very adventurous. And you strike me as someone who's very adventurous. Like that tone in my voice right there immediately makes me stand out."
Yeah.
So like a lot of times the guys I coach, Caitlin, the way they sound is just like, "Hey, yeah, I like that photo that you have. Oh yeah, that's a really cool." And like you know how my eyes like when I'm looking, I'm like, "Oh, hey."
Yeah.
That's how like they sound too.
If you sound uncomfortable, I feel like that makes the girl uncomfortable. Whereas
I mean, it can go like the text can go a wrong way, the voice can go a wrong way. This is why it's so important for like when I'm like literally texting, if I'm going to be using a voice note, right? And while I'm texting, I'll be like, "Ooh, I really love," when I was talking to my girlfriend, when I would like flirt with her, right? I'll grab my phone and say like, "Ooh, I really love that photo of you. Ooh, you look great. Ooh, that 3rd photo especially." Like I'm like, my eyes are dimming and I'm pretending I'm seducing her literally in front of me. Right. So guys need to be more anime, need to have some life and character when they're texting or using voice notes.
Yeah, absolutely. Just seem very interested in the conversation.
Yeah.
I feel like guys will kind of be so nervous and then they come off as disinterested. No one wants that. Anyway, great advice. I'm loving this. Like everyone should be listening to this. Okay. Next one. When should a man double text versus like back off? Like how do you know?
I got a great story for this one. Okay. So when I was texting my girlfriend, she was playing Caitlin so hard to get. Yeah. Cause she, so she saw me and she thought I was like this type of guy that like talks to a lot of girls, sleeps around with a lot of girls. She's like, "I need to make sure this guy really likes me." Yeah. So I'm the kind of person that when things are not going my way, I want to just like push it as much as I can with consent, of course, that like things are going the right direction. So what I did is I said, "Hey, what's up?" And I know she's by her phone.
I thought we never send a "Hey, what's up." You encourage it sometimes?
In this context, you're right. Okay. Like you got me on that one. I said, "Hey, what's up?" Right? Just because I wanted to like spark something out of her, right? And I noticed that she didn't respond. So there, you see, like, "Hey, what's up?" Never say, "Hey, what's up?" Okay. But I know she's by her phone, Caitlin. I just know she's by her phone.
You just had a feeling.
I just have a feeling. Yeah. So what I did is like, you know what? Let me FaceTime her, right? Okay. So I FaceTime call her. Yeah. Because I'm I love digital communication and I want to get her on a date as soon as possible.
Yeah, that's bold.
She
I love
doesn't
a
pick up.
person. What?
Yeah, she doesn't pick up.
Didn't pick up.
No, she didn't.
She's here, by the way. She's beautiful, gorgeous, very grateful. She's now in my life. Lovely woman, but she doesn't pick up.
Love you,
Okay, what do
baby.
you do then?
Yeah, she doesn't pick up. So then I repeat it and I call her back again.
Okay.
Right. And then I call her back again. So this is technically double texting
Yeah.
to a degree, right? Because guys will fear, oh my gosh, should I send that extra message? Because a lot of times guys will call and she doesn't pick up. They're like, oh, maybe I'll wait a couple hours before I call.
Yeah.
It's the same concept, right? It's a form of communication that they're trying to double.
So you called 3 times in a row.
I actually called 3 times in a row and she
Okay.
finally picked up. And then
All right.
the FaceTime, Caitlin,
Yeah.
get this, right?
Okay.
The FaceTime opens finally
Yeah.
and I'm like, hey, what's up? I say, hey, what's up again, right?
Okay.
In certain contexts, it works, but like just don't be that guy that the first thing you say is, hey, what's up?
Okay.
Like her and I, we already built a history.
Okay. Got it.
So when we say, hey, what's up? It's like, okay, you know, it's like we already established
In
something.
this context, it worked.
In this context, it works.
Got it.
Exactly. So don't get confused, guys. Don't get it twisted. What ended up happening is she picks up the phone and then I see a ceiling fan that's like rotating. And I'm like, what am I looking at? I'm like, where
Mhm.
are you? What am I looking at? She's like, oh, I'm here. And I'm like, well, let me see your face.
I answered.
Where
with
are
something
you?
like that. Yeah.
Right. But right there, that assertiveness and being proactive and just telling her, hey, it's safe. You can be on your phone. Look at me. Like, let's make sure that this is right.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times, like girls, like they will like you a lot,
Mhm.
but they're not sure how to exactly act around you.
Yeah.
And they feel like they might drop the ball. They might look like they're too interested in you.
hmm
You know, a lot of guys, they might not have experienced that, but a lot of times girls are worried.
That's true. Girls overthink too. More
Mm-hmm.
than men, almost, maybe.
Yeah, I think it goes both ways. Like girls
Okay.
overthink.
Yeah.
It's just like they play this very cool, composed way that like a lot of guys, they don't like see past it.
Yeah.
But I could see past my girl that like she was very nervous
Mhm.
and I made her feel safe by just saying, hey, it's okay. Like there's no judgment here at
Yeah.
all. So we had a great FaceTime conversation. So that is in a certain moment, what I recommend is it's okay to like double text,
Yeah.
right? I would say another thing quickly, what I would address.
Yeah.
Let's say you set up a date with a girl and it's through text messaging, right? The day of the date comes. I always recommend in the morning, send a confirmation like, hey, just
Yes.
want to let you know, we're going to have lunch today at 12 o'clock,
Yeah.
right? And what I would say the time to do it is like 9 in the morning is a good time. 8 to 9 in the morning is a great time. It's not too early. It's not too late.
hmm
And the girl says, let's say she doesn't respond.
Okay.
In that moment, I would say wait till about 10:30. And if she's not responding by 10:30, then I would consider the date's a cancel. It's not going to happen. I would cancel.
10:30
it.
in the morning.
Yeah, 10:30 in the morning. If we're having lunch at 12,
Okay. Got it.
right?
Yeah.
I would just cancel like at 10:30, and I would say, hey, I'm not seeing that you're responding. So I just want to let you know that's okay. If today doesn't work out for you, no worries. We can reschedule.
Okay.
So that's
Good.
how I do a double texting. It's like for
Yeah.
logistics, it's to confirm something.
Yeah.
But it's not ever, this is what's important. It's never coming from a place of desperation.
Right.
As long as it's not coming from a place of desperation.
Okay. So if you like a girl and you just start texting and next morning comes around, like you send her a text, she doesn't answer. When do you follow up? Do you follow up that day? Do you double text that day? Do you wait a couple days?
It's so contextual, but I would say for
Right.
something practical and simple to understand, it's like,
Yeah.
you got to ask yourself, like, when you met that girl, right?
Yeah.
Like, how did the connection feel, right? So let's say, like, give me a scenario right now so we can give something that's like easily applicable.
Okay. You're out at the club. You see a woman.
Okay.
Beautiful woman. You ask her for her number. She seems into you.
Okay.
Right. Next morning, you're like, hey, let's get that brunch we talked about. Right.
Okay.
No answer. What do you do?
Find another day to go to brunch with. That's what I would do.
Find another
I
date?
just, yeah, I would
Alright.
not. If she is, because the thing is for me, like, I feel like my time is very valuable.
Right.
Right. And I want her to feel like her time is valuable too. And if two people do not see that both their time are valuable at the same level,
Yeah.
then it's not meant to be on that date. So what I would
Okay.
do is just literally go to brunch with a different girl, or I'll just go to brunch by myself. Like, I have no shame in eating by myself if that
Right.
was the case. Right.
Yeah.
So the guy should feel the same way. Like, the best way to do, by the way, is not say, hey, let's go on a date and eat brunch.
Right.
What I would advise is, hey, I'm going to go to brunch tomorrow at the Ivy, right? It's in Beverly Hills, isn't it? The Ivy,
Maybe.
wherever it is. Yeah.
I'm new here.
I'm going to go to the Ivy in
Yeah.
Beverly Hills, right? And I'm going to go to brunch at 11 o'clock and I would like you to join me.
Mhm.
Would you like to? And if she says,
Okay.
that sounds great, there you go. Now she sees you as an authority figure that you already were going to go to brunch.
Yeah.
You're just asking her if she wants to join.
I feel like that's so low pressure too, because it's not like the plans are relying on you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Because
that's
girls freak out.
good.
And you know, girls like, they might like you so much and they found the best outfit, but then they have like, you know, one's a minor, us guys consider a minor issue, but for the girl it'd be a major issue. Like her hair is like messed up,
That's
even though
true.
to us it looks perfect.
Yeah.
I always tell my baby like, God, your hair looks so good. And she's like, oh, I don't know. Like maybe it could be a little bit better. But like, if you just tell the girl that like, hey, I'm going anyway.
Yeah.
So whether you come or not, it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
And she's gonna be like, wow, this guy has conviction. He has a path. He's not like going based on my time. So if I don't go, he's probably gonna find a replacement.
Yeah.
Or he'll just go by himself and he'll forget about me. And that's the thing guys have to understand is like, you will be forgotten, right? Like if he has the attitude that like, I am high value, I believe in myself, I have things going for me. And if this girl doesn't show up, there's a likelihood that I will find somebody else.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of guys will meet a girl and think like, oh, this is the one. Like I need to make it happen, you know? Where
right.
it seems like you're coming from a mindset where it's like, okay, like if she's not seeming super interested, like there are more women out there.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
And for me, FOMO.
Yeah.
I love to practice FOMO. So, and it's not, and this is manipulative as well, but it's not coming from a place of being inauthentic. It's
Yeah.
like, look, again, I'm going places. I have a very bright future. This is why guys should really stop making it like finding the right girl like a high priority, right?
Yeah.
I believe you should find yourself first and find out what makes sense for you. And then along the way, you can invite girls into your life.
Yeah.
Right. So if the guy comes from a position of authority that like, I know what I'm doing, I have a clear pathway, I can make good money, I'm fulfilling my passions, I have great circle of friends, I have connections, I can get to places that other people can. Then when I find the right girl, like he's already busy doing other things, she's going to feel the energy that this guy's busy.
Yeah.
I need to be included in this man's life.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that. And I feel like a lot of men's biggest obstacles are not coming off as desperate. And when you have a busy life like that, you don't even need to worry about it. Like it just naturally happens. You don't.
Yeah.
feel
I've
as
seen
desperate.
people. Oh, sorry. Go.
That's all.
Yeah. I was just going to say, I've seen a lot of people, Caitlin, that the clients I've helped in the past, like they just don't have a busy enough life.
Yeah.
So if they have a more busy life, like more hobbies, actually, it doesn't mean they have to be driving a Ferrari and, you know, going to like some crazy country club, but, you know, just like doing hobbies.
Yeah.
Hobbies, passions, just something that they're busy throughout the day instead of just scrolling on their phone.
Yeah. Just filling your life up with different things helps. This is great advice, guys. I love this. Okay, so a girl, she's not replying to if you're like friends with a girl, you have a crush on her, you get a little flirtier, right? But she doesn't reply to your flirty text. She kind of backs off a little bit. Like she doesn't seem super into it, but she's still responding to you. Her text just gets slower when you get more flirty. How do you go about that? Like, what do you do in that situation?
Ooh, I would address it right on. I would say
Okay.
like, hey, I'm flirting with you and I notice you're not
Yeah.
reciprocating. Are you into me or like, do you want to stay friends? Like, what's your take on this?
Wow,
So
that's bold.
right at her, super bold and direct. Yeah, I
Yeah.
have no time to waste at all.
Yeah.
That's the way the guys should go as well.
Okay, I like that.
Mhm.
All right, I do like that because I feel like girls will get nervous when guys start flirting with them, and like it just goes on for an awkward amount of time because you don't know how to react to it. That's good.
Yeah,
Being bold and direct.
and I think also, Caitlin,
Mhm.
I believe that women will appreciate a man more that can call it out, but in a very respectful way. So like, I want to make sure guys know, don't be butthurt and get defensive. Well, I'm flirting and you're not. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm
Yeah.
saying is like, if I'm noticing that like if the guy's noticing
Yeah.
that he's flirting, but she doesn't reciprocate that, he should just say, hey, I noticed that the tone of the conversation is like, I'm flirting with you and I'm not receiving anything in return. Is that because you want to stay friends or are you nervous? She might be nervous. Maybe she wants to flirt, but she's like, I might sound dorky.
Yeah.
Right? There's so many ways to go about it. But if he does it in a very like non-confrontational way and he just addresses the problem like a man,
Yeah.
he does it very maturely, that she might be like, oh my God, thank you for understanding me. Because a lot of times women just want to be understood. That's it.
Yeah. I like it. Very confident. Very, very good way to go about things. This is great. Okay. Next question. What's one nice guy texting habit that a lot of guys do that will instantly put a girl off? I feel like a lot of men have this issue.
Nice guy. Oh man. The nice a nice guy texting would be, I would say it's like setting up the date, right? The nice guy way of doing it is he says, what do you want to do for our date?
Mhm.
Right? I know there's different ways, like men and women like to have it dynamics in their relationship. There's like 50-50 route. There's like the guy leads, the girl leads, whatever the case may be. The way I like to coach my guys is like the man leads, right? So as I mentioned earlier, the guy should have plans ahead of time. If he's clueless about like where to take the girl for dinner, research, right? And then what I would do is a visualization practice where like I would look at the Google Map photos of the restaurant I want to take a girl to, right? And I would imagine myself saying, okay, can I see myself here? Can I eat here? Will she be sitting on my side, or is she sitting across from me, or is she sitting like diagonal to me? You know, I start visualizing it, right?
Yeah.
Like I make it very methodical and very meticulous. I like to be very detail oriented, and girls love the finer details, right?
Yeah.
And this is not complicated stuff. Like all you have to do is literally pull up a Google Maps restaurant, right? Type in food on Google Maps in your nearby area and literally find a restaurant that has good reviews, at least above 4.5 stars. And it doesn't have to be super expensive. It can be like, you know, moderate price, and just look at the pictures. And then you can even contact the restaurant, right? And say like, hey, like what's a good, do you have a table for like a date? I'm going to have a first date coming up. The host or hostess will say, yeah, I got an excellent table for you. Great. Reserve for a party at 2, Friday at 7:00, right? And then what he'll do is he'll say, hey, good news for you. Your Friday is now, you're now occupied. You know why? She'll be like, what do you mean? Right? Like curiosity. What do you mean by that? It's like, well, Friday I have dinner reservations lined up for us at Nobu, 7:00. I know this is more on the pricey side, but just throwing it out there. Nobu at 7:00, party 2, beachfront view. How's that sound? And she's like, oh my God, that sounds great. Or if she says, oh, I can't do 7, can we switch it to like 8:00 because I'm getting off work or whatever? It's not the end of the world. You can just say, hey, by the way, my date, she just like, hey, you remember me? I'm the one that called in for a reservation. Oh yeah, no, I remember you, man. Yeah, can we do it at 8:00 actually? Because my date won't be ready till like 8. And you're doing this ahead of time.
Yeah.
They say, sure, no problem. We got 8:00 lined up for you.
This is great. Like I feel like I read a lot of advice for men because that's what I talk about online. But I've never, like, visualizing yourself in the restaurant, great advice. It's so simple. It's so easy to do. I've never heard anyone say anything like that.
Why do you think is that? If I may ask that question too. I know it's your podcast,
well,
but I'm very curious.
Guys just tend not to be that detail oriented.
Right.
Like they don't. And now that you mention it, like I do like a detail oriented man. Like you're making the dinner reservation. Like you already made sure that the vibe of the restaurant is a date vibe. Because some restaurants, like you're looking for dim lighting. Like you want it to be cozy. Some restaurants just have like horrible overhead. Like the vibes are just off. The date vibes are not going to be there. But like I feel like that solves all of your problems. You're even calling and asking for like a good table for a date. Incredible advice. And again, never heard it before. So this is great. I like it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm glad to hear that because like at the end of the day, my whole brand is about standing out.
Yeah.
Right. Being truly authentic to who you are and having fun with it also. It doesn't have to be like, you know, trying hard and you got to like go above and beyond doing all these crazy things. Like these things are fun.
Yeah.
Like I love to see a smile on my girl's face. Like when I set up everything for us, I'll tell her wear this outfit. You know, we're going to go to, this is the vibe of the restaurant. And she just like can just look pretty and show up. That was always my goal with my girls. Like just look pretty, show up.
Yeah. And
we're going to have everything taken care of.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty baller.
That's incredible. Is that how you coach your clients?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. It's like, it depends like on the dynamic that they want, but a lot of them, they like to provide.
Yeah.
That's what my girl really appreciates about me is that I provide for her. And she's like my little princess, you know, I just like to take care of her and I love to see her smile. And I just love to see her show up with, you know, a positive attitude. And she's just so grateful to have me in her life. And I feel very grateful to have her in my life. And it all comes from like a self-belief that I'm grateful for my own life.
Yeah. Do you think a lot of your clients share that mindset, or do you think they need help because they're in a place where they don't really feel it like that?
They don't start like that.
Yeah.
They don't start like that. So a lot of them start with a mindset that they need help with tapping into what makes them happy. Right. Because a lot of them are, again, chasing women. Yeah. And I mean that with love and respect for everyone out there. If you're still chasing women and you want to figure out like what's the best way to find a woman that's compatible, you have to determine what in your life makes sense for you. What is right? What is wrong? What are your standards? What are your boundaries? And like, what are some deal breakers for you on a date? What are some deal breakers for you if you had a girlfriend? If you just like discover those things and just own it, then the right woman will come into your life. Right. That's how the universe works.
Yeah. Yeah. That's great advice. I love this. Okay. What do you think that the biggest thing that your clients struggle with is?
Ooh, the biggest thing that they struggle with?
Yeah.
I would say is self-care.
Self-care,
Yeah, definitely self-care. So a lot of times like clients have reached out to me,
right?
their rooms are messy
Right.
and they let's say they don't have their money right. They could be that they just don't have their priorities right. So and when they come to me, like I want them to understand, like those who are watching right now, like there's nothing to be ashamed about or scared about when your room is not exactly where you want to be. It's like grass is greener on the other side when you take care of yourself, when you shower daily. Because
Yeah.
I have had clients come up to me and they literally don't shower every day. Like they shower like 3 or 4 times in a week.
Oh.
Yeah, and I didn't. I
Yeah.
did not know that even existed. I thought every man takes a shower every day. So
Yeah.
for those out there, like I know there's like reasons why some do, some don't daily, but for the guys that want to get like a girlfriend,
Mhm.
right? I believe a self-care is important because I'm sure they would be very appreciative if their girlfriend showered every day.
Yeah.
Because if she didn't shower like every day, I think they would be turned off.
Yeah.
So I want guys like to understand like you're gonna get in what you're gonna get in what you put out, right? So if you shower 3 times a week and she only showers 3 times a week, don't be mad at her,
Yeah.
right? Because she's gonna be a reflection of you in my opinion, right? Because me
Right.
and my girl, hygiene, self-care is extremely important, and she put me on some really good skincare game as well.
I was gonna ask about that. That's good.
Yeah, like she is like all about skincare. Like
Yeah.
before I was just like, oh, skincare, just splash water on your face. That's it. She's like, no, baby, you got to put facial wash. There's like moisturizer, lotion, all this other stuff. And I'm like,
Right.
really? All this stuff? But I like that. And it makes
Yeah.
me feel better.
Yeah. It does. I feel like taking care of yourself just in general boosts your confidence because it makes you feel like you have value and like you're taken care of. If you're taking care of yourself, like
Mhm.
it helps with your mindset so
Yeah.
much.
I'd like to add something else is like, if you're out there,
Yeah.
like, let's just say you don't have the opportunity to text a girl to meet her or to like through dating apps, whatever the case may be. If you're out there and you're crushing in the workforce or you're just out there walking on the street and you see a girl that's your type,
Yeah.
like you want to feel good. You want to feel like you're showered, your clothes are clean, they're not wrinkled. Like these things, they matter a lot.
That's true. That could affect whether or not you meet the person that you're meant to be
Mhm.
with if you're not feeling good that day. That's crazy. That's a great way to think about it. I like it. What's a guaranteed ick that guys do all the time without even realizing it?
Okay. A guaranteed ick.
Yeah.
A guaranteed ick would be something like, well, in what setting though? Like, is it a date? Is it texting? Like
Texting.
Texting. A guaranteed ick is being butthurt on text messages.
That's true.
Definitely
That's true.
getting butthurt. Like if she responds like 3 hours later and you've
Right.
been like responding every like, 2 seconds or 15 minutes, 1 hour, whatever it is, but you get butthurt that she responds very late, that automatically is going to put you in a very bad position and just
Yeah.
energetically sends a very negative vibe about you to her. And it just shows that you can't handle girls because girls are going to be texting whenever they want to text.
Yeah.
And also shows that you're not busy enough. Because my girl, before she became my girlfriend, we were just dating. She would respond very late.
Yeah.
And for me, I would respond immediately. Because I want to show her, like, I don't care. Like, I'll respond like whenever I want to respond. And there were moments where I respond an hour later, right?
Yeah. So you don't believe in making girls wait for a text back? Like if she doesn't text you for 3 hours, you're not waiting 4 hours?
No, if you're that guy, it doesn't matter.
Got it.
Like, it's just, I think of some good practical steps
Yeah.
that beginners can do to do that is to mirror the way the girl texts. So I will agree with you on this, that
Yeah.
if she responds 3 hours, just respond 3 hours as well. Just to like understand how fast are things moving and do you like the direction of how fast it's moving and how does it make you feel?
Right.
Like when you know she texts you 3 hours and you reply 3 hours later, does that bother you or are you like intrigued by it? Because some
Yeah.
guys are like, hey, this is fun.
Yeah.
Let's see how long this can go.
Yeah, that's so interesting because I don't know. I feel like a lot of guys out there will wait. They just have massive egos and they'll wait to answer a girl's text if she took a long time to text them back. And I feel like it's a bit of a turnoff sometimes. But you do recommend it when you're first starting out.
It would be fun. I mean, just
It'll be
do
fun.
like why not? Like just mess around a little bit.
Yeah.
Like if she's doing again, like if she's responding 2 hours later, then just respond 2 hours later too. And just and what you can do is
Mhm.
call it out. Say like, ooh, I love the fact that we're responding exactly at the same time.
I like this. I like
You
that
know?
you're calling a lot of things out here. Like you're not really letting
Yes.
anything go unsaid.
Yeah, and voice note that too.
Yeah.
Like I would just like open my phone. I would voice note it and say like, hey, do you think we can up the ante and actually go for 3 hours now? Because I feel like 2 is a little too soon. Let's just like up the ante.
Right.
And no more good night messages. Do not send me a good night message. I won't send you a good morning message either. Like, let's just keep it like, hey, what's up? What's up? And then like voice note that, because then the girl will find it humorous. But if you put that on a text, like she's going to think you're weird.
Yeah, that's true. If you're making jokes, do a voice note about it. I like that. That's good. Okay. I have some personal questions for you now.
Ooh, let's get personal.
Heartbreak Hotel. So we have to. This being Heartbreak Hotel, I have to ask, how did you meet your girlfriend?
Okay, we met at a nightclub.
Nightclub.
Mhm.
Okay. How do you approach a girl at a nightclub? Like, how did that work?
Ooh, there's so many ways to go about it. But
Right.
like, I like to go, there's several methods. So
Mhm.
one of them is to give like a compliment, right?
Yeah.
So based on like my girl's outfit that she's wearing right now behind the scenes. So I would go up to her and say like, I love the black and white stripes. What is that? A Miri you're wearing right there? Ooh, is it Miri your style? That's usually how you like to do it? Okay. What inspired you to wear that outfit tonight, by the way? And then she would like
Yeah.
respond. That's
Okay.
one way
So
of going
asking
about it.
questions about it. Is that what you did the night that you met?
So what I did is I complimented her. I used a compliment strategy that I share with my clients.
Mhm.
And I saw her wearing sunglasses
Yeah.
because I like to wear sunglasses at night and I like to wear them in the club.
Yeah.
So does she.
It's cool.
And-
It's a cool look. I support
So
it.
I saw it and I'm like, ooh, I love those shades that you're wearing.
Yeah.
And she's like, I love those shades you're wearing too. So she matched the energy, right? And I was like, oh yeah, this girl likes me. I could really tell. And from there, it just that was like it's a really good way to stand out, because a lot of times like I've seen guys like go up to girls say, oh damn girl, you so fine. And I'm like, girls hear it and some girls will like think that's okay. Like they'll say, hey, I appreciate you're fine too, right? Again, it's about being unique
Yeah.
in my opinion. So what guys can do are compliment the accessories that a
Okay.
girl's wearing, right? Because
Guys
the
don't
girl-
care about accessories. Like, I feel like it does make you stand out if you notice.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And then, girls that are, let's say, physically, gifted and they have like a big chest, for example,
Mhm.
guys will say, oh, you're rack, they'll talk about that. Or like, damn girl, like that jugs or whatever the heck. And it's like,
Who's doing that? That's
it-
crazy.
it's just like there are some guys out there that
Yeah.
are they make it very sexual too soon, in my opinion.
No, they do, for sure.
Yeah, and it's and for me, it's just like even if like a girl's like, because a lot of time guys will just start going up to girls when they're like twerking, right?
Yeah.
And they'll start like twerking with the girl, but they don't see her face, or like they don't. What I would do, I would advise the clients like, bro, go around her. Don't just like be that guy that goes and dances behind her. Like go around her and say like, just dance with her a little bit.
Mhm.
You like that? You like that? And she's like, yeah. And like, all right. And then you grab her hand and you spin her and you bring her towards you.
Oh, that's
Right?
cute. That's a good one.
So like it's consensual the whole
Yeah.
time and it's not creepy.
Yeah.
Because like guys, we get a bad reputation that we're doing creepy things and are uncalibrated. So what's important is just like getting consent but doing it in a smooth way, not like, hey, would you like to dance with me? I'm not weird, right? You don't want to do it like that. Just say
Yeah.
like, hey, oh my God, girl, I love that outfit. I love the style. Whoa, that looks great. You want to dance real quick? And she'll be like, yeah, let's dance. You're a great vibe too.
Yeah. So you can kind of compliment her, read her vibe a little bit before you even make any kind of physical contact.
Absolutely. I
Okay.
think it's better just to read the vibe, because like, how do you
Yeah.
know she's the right girl to dance with? Like, what
Yeah.
if she's like weird and like has some creepy shit going on in the background, right?
Yeah.
I would prefer like just to read the vibe of the girl
Mm-hmm.
and like, does she like my charm? Does she like my charisma? Like when I
Yeah.
smile at her, was she like, ooh,
Okay. Yeah. So speaking of knowing if she's the right girl, how did you know that your girlfriend was the right one?
Oh, that makes me
She's
smile so
obviously-
hard.
Yeah, she's so perfect and beautiful and amazing. But when you started getting to know her a little bit, how do you like put together if this is the one for you?
Oh, the biggest giveaway is at my lows, she is there for me and she
Yeah.
does not give up on me. That is one thing I want guys to understand,
Mhm.
Caitlin, is that if your girl does not leave you when you're broke, she doesn't leave you when you're feeling out of shape, she's not leaving you when you're struggling with something like an insecurity or whatever, and she stays by your side and wants to address it with you, and she's not manipulating you or like trying to deceive you or anything like that, she's the one, 100%.
Yeah.
Because like I've been broke, I've been out of shape, I've been in dark places of my life, and my girl has always been there for me, and she's literally guided me through the light. Even before this podcast, like last night, I was struggling with something personal that was going on with me, and I was like freaking tearing up in bed. And she doesn't also make fun of that, right? A lot of guys feel like they can't cry in front of their girl. I'm not like bawling my tears out like, oh, like every night.
Yeah.
But like men will have moments where they want to cry.
Yeah.
And she made it feel like, hey, babe, it's okay. If you want to do it, just do it, right? So I was crying, and what she does, she puts her hand on my chest and she just rubs it, and she gives me positive affirmations like, you're handsome, you're my king, you're charismatic, you're loving, you're rich, you're powerful, like I love you. And she does that, and then just like all of a sudden I'm like, "Ugh, okay, I'm good now."
This is such a cute relationship. She's so perfect. I love
She
that.
is very much.
Yeah, she's incredible. So is that something that you figured out before you asked her to be your girlfriend?
Well, okay, that's a great question. So
Yeah.
for me, how I knew she was going to be the one
Right.
is we went to a festival together called Beyond Wonderland, and I highly recommend that for everyone to go take if you do like EDM music, like electronic dance music, take your girl, your date, whoever into a festival and see how you guys are for a long extended period of time. Because if you want to marry her,
Yeah.
make her a girlfriend, like you should spend over 24 hours with her. Do a
Yeah.
road trip with her just to see like how it is.
Yeah.
Right. So we did that. And when we were in the tent, we would just be like talking about who we want for our future. Right. I told her I want a family. I told her I want to have this amount of children I want to have. I told her about my family culture, our background, where my parents come from, and my religion, my beliefs in God and all this different stuff. And she liked everything. Right. And it was very much in alignment. So I knew she was the one based on conversation being smooth.
Right.
That's like for the beginning stages.
Okay.
Knowing that the conversations are smooth.
Yeah.
The friction is nearly not there. And if there are any misinterpretations, miscommunications, it's addressed immediately. And
Okay.
she's not giving you a hard time about it. And like, oh my God, well, you told me this. She's just like, oh, like, was that what you meant to say? I'm like, yeah, my bad. My apologies. And she'll say, no, it's all good. No worries. And then we continue the conversation.
Yeah. I feel like communication for the first couple dates a lot of times isn't very smooth because people get nervous.
Right.
So do you think that is a sign that you should be looking at, that that's not the one, or do you want to give it a little bit of time?
Wow, what a great question. Patience then is the answer, right? So she's patiently going through everything with you, and she's moving at your pace.
Yeah.
And you're moving at her pace. And there's that like harmonious like click where it's just, look, we're making mistakes in the beginning because we are just getting to know each other, and she's not like she's chill.
Yeah.
That is a woman that is in the right direction with you, and she could be the one.
Yeah.
Experience and time spent will be the best indicator, right? Like the more you spend, the more time you spend with her will let you know, like, because everyone's going to make mistakes.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to have flaws. And the more time you spend with a girl, past the honeymoon stage especially, you will see her true colors and she will see your true colors. But in the beginning, definitely patience.
I see. You do believe in the honeymoon stage.
I believe, yes. So here's my take on it.
Okay.
For me, my girl, it's forever.
Yeah.
We look at each other every day and we give each other positive affirmations when we wake up, right? That way we're always in love with each other.
Yeah.
And of course, like, we have matured and we've seasoned our relationship. But every time I look at her, I'm just like, oh my God, you're so effing hot. And I could literally like kiss you like every second and not be corny about it,
Yeah.
And I still want to gift her with flowers. I want to buy her things. I want to take her all around the world with me. I want her to meet like people who I'm connected with and stuff. So I'm in love with her, and I'm like, I feel like I'm still in the honeymoon phase, but it's like season, and it's not like this overwhelmingly, I'm in love with you and there's nothing else but just love. You know what I mean?
I feel like if you're with the right person, the honeymoon stage never really ends. Like it always feels like you're in love and you're looking at them and just seeing the world. But I feel like a lot of men kind of talk about the honeymoon stage and are like, well, when's it going to end? Like, it's just kind of expected to end.
Yeah.
Do you think that's a problem?
I think the reason why guys are waiting for it to end is because they haven't experienced a woman that actually truly deep down really loves them.
Okay, so it's an experience thing.
Yeah, I think it's an experience thing.
Yeah.
I also believe that guys are just going on dates with girls and getting connected with girls because they just want to get married, right? So for me, yes, there are family pressure, right? But coming from love. My family wants me to get married. They want me to have children. But I'm doing it on my pace.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm Middle Eastern. And in the Middle Eastern culture, there's a lot of pressure from families to like get their kids to like marry ASAP, right? And I don't care about, like, I love my culture, but I'm going to go at my pace. Yeah. I'm going to go, it doesn't matter what everyone's belief about me is. I want to go what feels right for me and my girl. So if I just do it at my pace, then it's being done correct. And then I communicate my pace to my girlfriend. And if she agrees with that pace, we are in harmony with one another.
This is great. So it's all about communication.
Yes, absolutely. Communication is everything.
Okay, good. Great advice again. So, with all of your experience, do you feel like there are any mistakes that you find yourself making?
Yes, absolutely. I definitely could like lose my cool.
Yeah.
I feel like guys that really embrace their aggression can lose their cool very easily. And my aggression has helped me get out of like tough situations. My aggression has helped me like get past the line whenever I want to like get somewhere and like achieve some level of success.
Right.
However, being aggressive all the time is not a good thing. And when I start to lose my cool, it could be like we're in traffic,
Yeah.
right? And someone cuts me off and I might say, oh, what the hell? That was screwed up. She'll say, it's okay, baby. No worries. And I'll be like, you're right, babe. Thank you. Now I keep my mind occupied with just like positive things. Like we'll put on a good EDM song. And if somebody cuts me off, I'd be like, oh, what the heck? But like it's more chill. Because
Yeah.
before I used to have a little bit more road rage. I'm like, oh, what the hell? That was so messed up. And she'll be like, baby, it's okay. She'll put her hand on my shoulder and say, it's okay, babe. No worries. Relax.
That's
I'm
such
like,
a supportive relationship. I love this.
yeah. And I'll just look at her like,
Yeah.
"Ah, babe, you're the best. Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
That's so sweet. I like it. But aggression is good for men in small doses.
And it's not about the doses, whether it's
Right.
large or small. It's
Okay.
more so like at the right time.
At the right time.
Like a great, like, yeah. For example, there's been moments. So like we go to festivals a lot, right? So there was one moment we're in Medellin, Colombia,
Mhm.
and we were in a festival that like there was like hardcore rain. Like it was really bad, and we were not prepared for that. So I literally pushed through crowds of people just to get her to a safe environment because like I wanted her not to catch a cold,
Yeah.
get hypothermia. And I just like literally put us like somewhere where there was like shade or not shade, but like there was like a roof or something that can like cover her from like her hair getting messed up. A lot of guys like they just, they're just gonna move at the pace that security wants them to do or, whatever the crowd does. I was like, screw that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make my own path.
Yeah.
That's the kind of person I am. Like I just create my own path. And that's why she's protected, I'm protected. And as long as we're both protected, like we're good.
Yeah.
So that's
I
where
like that.
aggression I feel like is like good also. It's protecting each other.
Yeah. I like that a lot. That's a great mindset. Can we talk about Colombia for a minute?
Yes, we can.
What is it with men in Colombia? I feel like they always bachelor parties after breakups. All men want to go to Colombia. What's going on in Colombia?
It's very obvious.
Okay.
The reason why a lot of guys are going to Colombia because the
Right.
girls are smoking hot. That's a big reason why the guys go.
Okay. They're that hot, like that much hotter than the US?
For a lot of men, yes. For a lot of
Okay.
men, yes. So
Right.
here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
Guys go to Colombia
Right.
because modern dating in America is difficult for a lot of men, right? They feel that women in America are not submissive. They feel like they're not feminine enough. They feel like there's this whole equal 50-50 thing. And they don't want to look for 50-50. They want to provide. And they want a woman that is like making breakfast for them when they wake up. And the woman is just like very easygoing,
Mhm.
right? And they feel like America, you can't find that. Or if you can, it would take longer.
It's a culture difference.
Huge cultural difference,
Okay.
right? So going to Colombia, right? What's going on over there is that the girls are extremely beautiful and they are very feminine and they just literally call the men that they see papacito, right?
Look at that.
Papacito. And immediately they're just like, oh my God, my heart, right? So the way that they speak in Medellin, Colombia is very like romantic.
Okay.
Like they're called paisas, and paisa women are just very romantic how they speak. And guys that are not around a lot of women in America, when they see that, they just feel this like she understands me
Yeah.
type of vibe.
Yeah. Okay. That sounds really cute, actually. And I like that. What was it? Paisa?
Paisa, yeah, that's like
that's such
someone
a
from
cute
Medellin.
word.
Could be a guy or girl. They're called paisas.
Okay. And you've been to Colombia before with clients.
Yes,
All right. How
Yes.
does that go?
very well. I mean, we have like a whole business out there. So I do
Oh,
boot
nice.
camps for my students, whether it's in America, and we have coaches out in Colombia as well. The way it works is somebody who wants to do Medellin, Colombia is a guy who's never, let's say, been to a party before,
Okay.
right? He's never hosted his own party
Yeah.
or never had a very romantic relationship and he wants to experience it fast. So Colombia is like fast track.
Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely fast track. So the way like I would take care of them is we throw yacht parties for them. We throw mansion parties for them
Sick.
in this beautiful lakeside area called the town of Guatapé.
Mhm.
And the guys like party for like 24 hours. There's usually about 30 to 40 girls in the house. And the guys just have like a plethora of options to say, hey, which girl do I want to connect with? And there's always a DJ, there's food, drinks, and a really good vibe. And that's where the guy like literally is exposed to a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, you're making it sound. I'm kind of seeing the appeal of Colombia here. You're making it sound really great. I like that.
It's extremely great. Like I've had guys that were virgins, guys that have very low body count experience, like sleeping with women, and they go into Colombia and they're like crushing it already. Because like for them, like when they go to Colombia, it just feels relaxed. Like the vibe in Medellin is very no judgment.
Okay. Wait, I want to go to Colombia.
Yes, I recommend it. Me and my
Hotel?
girl, we've gone so many times. We could all go together.
How many
Bring
times
the
have
whole
you
crew,
been?
the whole podcast crew.
I was about to say like Heartbreak Hotel Colombia edition.
Yeah, we could do Heartbreak Hotel episode in Medellin, Colombia too.
Exactly. Interview some girls about their culture, like see how it's different, see how they're getting men, because they sound very successful in it. I like this. Find out their skincare routines. This is good. We're going to Colombia. What's the best piece of dating advice that you've ever received from a woman? Does anything stand out to you?
The best piece of dating advice I received
From a woman.
from a woman.
Yes.
I would say the best piece of dating advice I've ever received from a woman is just be yourself.
Okay.
Literally just be yourself. And I know it sounds so cliche, but it's so true because we often are worried about what is this person thinking of me, right?
Yeah.
So let's go with the girls, right? Like even a guy like me, I can be super confident, but I'm going to worry, what is my girlfriend thinking about me if I say this one thing, right? And it's because I don't want to lose her,
Yeah.
right? I don't want to lose her because she is so compatible with me. And a lot of guys are like, well, I'm never going to meet a girl that's super compatible. I want to get married or have all these like goals that I want to achieve with her. If she leaves me, like, I feel like I've lost someone very important. But if you're just real and you talk about something that's heavy on your chest and you just want to say it, just say it. Because I rather live a life knowing that I said everything I wanted to say as opposed to just like holding myself back.
I feel like with that, just like confidently being yourself. I feel like confidence is everything. Like confidence, and I'm only saying, I feel like we talk about this on every single episode of Heartbreak Hotel because so many of the questions that I get are guys just overthinking and like not knowing if they should tell girls certain things about themselves. And if you just are authentic to yourself confidently, that's the most attractive quality any man can have, in my opinion. I don't know.
Absolutely. I think here's something practical they can do.
Right.
It's like, I like to call this concept like breadcrumbing.
Okay.
So let's say there's something heavy on your chest, right? What you can do is say, hey, I know we just been dating for about a month, but there's something like really heavy on my chest. And I feel like the best way to start is just by asking you like, how comfortable are you with me sharing something that is like very scary for me?
Yeah.
And then she'll say, oh no, like it's cool. Or she might be like, I don't know. Or she'll be like, oh no, actually don't tell me. That will let you know how she feels. But she's like, oh, I mean, why don't you just share it? Well, it's something about my past, and you know, the way I grew up, like I've had this thought in my head that this just could happen. She's like, no, it's okay. And she like touches you, right? She like puts her arm on your back or whatever. Like those are all good signs that she's ready for it.
Okay.
And you can say, look, I have this and she's like, it's okay, just share it. Okay, all right. So I have this fear that when I meet a woman that's really good, she might leave me. And I'm not saying you're going to leave me, but I'm just worried that we're going to hit it off so well and you're just going to go. If this like scares you, I understand. And you want to leave after this, I understand. And she's like, no. Like, can I answer that? Like that right there is a very healthy conversation.
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel like even if it helps if you're not feeling super confident and you're a little afraid to talk about things, just getting the reassurance before you say anything sounds very healthy. I like it. That's great. Do you have any more concepts that you like to share with your clients?
Yes.
Okay.
This one's very important. I like to call this one doubling down.
Okay.
So this avoids interviewer style questions. What's your favorite color? Red. Cool. Where did you grow up? That's interviewer style.
Yeah, that's rough.
So the doubling down would be, what's your favorite color? Red. Okay. Why red? Why not blue? Well, red because every time I would grab the crayons, I always start with the color red. Okay. What would you draw? when you use the crayon, like the red crayon, what would you draw? Oh, I mean, I would draw like, like I would draw like like a planet that is like red, like Saturn or whatever. I'll draw it like red or Mars. I'll draw Mars and I would like make a whole solar system thing out of it. And like, oh, okay. Do you want to go to space one day or something? Or is that like something of your interest? Like, do you study astrology?
Yeah.
Like, you see, I'm like making it like it's all about like, I'm hearing what the person's saying.
Yeah.
And then I focus on something that I can bring up to the question for the next question, but it's still on the same topic.
Yeah.
And this is what guys should be careful with, Caitlin. Don't dive so deep. Like, don't double down so much to the point where it's like, it's just like, okay, like you exhaust yourself.
Right.
Like, oh, what's the next thing I can ask about? Like, red crayons or space. Once you get to a point that you feel like it's exhausted, go to the next topic. Okay, cool. Now that we talked about, and you can segue like this super smooth. So now that we talked about crayons,
right,
which I didn't know we were going to do that on the date, but we talked about red crayons or like, it's like a text conversation. Now we talked about red crayons, we talked about space. What is like somewhere you actually want to travel to?
Because I'm asking a couple of questions just to show that you're an engaged listener and then moving on to the next topic instead of just jumping from topic to topic to topic.
Yeah, and it's very underrated. Like a lot of guys, they don't transition. Like they just go straight from like, oh, so space, awesome. Okay, cool. Red crayon, awesome. So where'd you grow up? Right? It's like, she's going to feel like,
it's just stiff and awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. I like that concept. One last personal question. Do you feel like AI has a place in dating?
Absolutely. Actually, I created a AI, custom AI. It's called the Text Master.
The Text Master.
Yeah.
All right. How do people use the Text Master?
Yeah, the Text Master, the way they use it is literally, it's so simple. Caitlin, all you have to do is screenshot the conversation or just copy the girl's message, put it in the Text Master and say, what do I say here? And the Text Master will usually give like multiple responses. Do you want a challenging response? Do you want a playful response? Do you want a flirtatious response? What are you looking for? Right? And it could be used in multiple languages too. I even tested it with my contact out in Colombia who sets up all the parties with me. And I said, hey, I found something cool for you.
Right.
Do you want to try it out? And he said, absolutely. And he's like, bro, this is so helpful for me. It saves me time. And that's the most important thing. I like to help my guys with saving time and attracting the right girl in their life.
Yeah. That's good. That sounds positive. How many girls do you think that guys have to date or like see before they get comfortable or like find the one?
Yeah, definitely at least 1,000. I'm just kidding. Like there's no like hard, there's no like hard number for sure. I would say go until you don't get sick of that one girl, right? Like with my girlfriend, I never got sick of her. I was never like, oh God, like I'm going to have to go on a date with her for the 5th time. It was more like, I can't wait to see her again.
Yeah.
So like just go until you exhaust the shit out of it, right? So if you like literally exhaust it to the point where you're just like, I don't know if I want to see that girl again, you should like at least like let her know like, hey, it's not going the pace I thought it was going. I didn't think it was going the way it was going. Just be real with her and be authentic. And then like address that with her because maybe like it's not happening because something's not being communicated between you two, but just be upfront and be a man and let her know that.
Yeah.
But for me, like I never get sick of seeing my girl. Every day when I wake up, every night before I go to bed, I'm just like pumped up and I'm ready to conquer the world with her. So if guys feel the same way about the girls that they're seeing, take it all the way. See how far it goes. That's my theory on it.
I like it. That's a great theory. And that's something I feel like I discovered recently. Like I realized the guys I was spending time with, I was like dreading to see. I'm like, oh, like I don't want to go on this date.
Yikes.
And I didn't even realize. I thought it was just because I was nervous. But I feel like if you're dreading seeing someone, like perhaps it's not the right one. Maybe,
perhaps.
Maybe find someone else. I don't know. Maybe that's a part of growing up. Or maybe I just didn't realize that it was more than anxiety, but that's good advice. I like that a lot. Okay, speaking of advice, we're going to do a segment now. It's called The Playbook. I'll read you some scenarios and you tell me how you would advise your client or anyone, a friend, to react. I don't know. What would you advise them to do? All right, ready?
Okay, let's do it.
The Playbook. I'm excited. This is a new one. We like don't do, we usually do like a couple segments, but it's a new one for us.
I'm excited
about it. Okay. She's into you, but sometimes she's taking days to reply. What do you do?
Hey, I know you're into me and you're taking days to reply. What's going on?
Oh, so we're just being direct.
Yeah. I'll just literally like tell her that. I'm like, hey, I know you're into me.
Yeah.
I'm into you, and you're taking days to reply. What's the holdup?
You know what? Great advice. I like that. I didn't even see that coming.
And you know what, Caitlin? Yes. Here's the thing. It's a curveball when it's a voice note. And it's a curveball in a good way.
Yeah.
But if it's texted that way, you got to throw some emojis in there. You got to be like a laughing emoji, a smirk emoji, a like a, you know, like a winking emoji, something that like indicates like, hey, I'm not butthurt, because I just want to make sure texting can be totally misconstrued in the wrong way. Because if the girl's in a bad mood or she's, you know, something bad happened to her recently, we want to avoid like I'm butthurt and you're just not, you're taking forever to reply. We want to avoid that altogether.
Yeah, that's good. I love the voice note idea because it can be misconstrued. And also I feel like any confrontation is just better done on a call or in a voice note.
Yeah. And here's something to add to this too. Yeah. Let's just say like I say that, right? Hey, I'm into you, you're into me, but you're taking forever to reply. What's going on? Right? Yeah. If I send out as a voice note and then she'll say, what makes you think I like you? There we go. We got some banter, right? Now on the tonality, it matters, right? She's like, what makes you think I like you? That's not friendly. And then you already know, okay, let's leave her alone. But if she's like, what makes you think I like you? Say, I can just tell by your tone right now, you are totally into me. See the tone I'm using, right? Not like, I can tell you're into me and the way you're talking to me. It's more like, come on, girl. You know you're into this. Yeah. Right. And it's like that kind of calm, chill, seductive tone. It's like, it's all good. Like you don't need to be shy. It's all good.
Being confident and aware of how you come off, some guys could work on. Is all I'll say about that. Okay. You're texting a girl who you hit things off with. Things are going well. But she keeps calling you things like dude, bro, man. How do you get her to drop those and think of you in like a more desirable way?
That's a really good one. Dude and bro, like man, all that.
I feel like a lot of girls do that and they don't even think about it. Like they don't think that it might be emasculating.
Absolutely. So first thing I would do is like, this is like the breadcrumbing technique.
Right.
I would do is like, just out of curiosity, are you into me? And she'll say, yeah, why not? And I'll say, and I'll respond with this, like the next layer, right? I'll say, do you call every man dude, bro, man?
Yeah.
Or is this something where like, do you normally do that? Yeah, I normally do that.
I like that because you're not making it very personal to you. Like you don't sound butthurt over it.
The best way, and I will answer this too, but I want to make sure that guys have are aware of this.
Yes.
If you're worried about sounding butthurt and defensive, ask questions. Always ask for clarity.
Okay.
If you ask for clarity, you know where her mind is at. And it's like mental warfare at the end of the day. Like if you're like confused about something and you're like worried that she might be like using you or she's wasting your time, just ask questions. Don't be like, you're wasting my time. There are ways to find out if she's wasting your time or she's not the right fit. Going back to answering your question on this, I would start with, do you normally call everybody dude, man, bro? Is this something you call girls as well, or is it just guys? She'll say, well, I call every guy that. Okay, but I'm not every guy though. I'm like actually genuinely into you. Yeah. Thank you, Caitlin. I'm genuinely into you. And I'm gonna, for me, please address me by babe, handsome, honey, king, or my name.
Perfect. I feel like it's also very masculine, just like telling her what to do and how to act around you. That's great. That's a good answer. Okay. What do you do when a girl says, how many girls are you talking to? Or how many girls have you been with? Because that's a good one. I feel like a lot, like I've asked guys that, my friends have all asked guys that, and how they answer is important. So how would you advise a client?
I would say this is like a very dicey one. For me personally, I would just say, I would just smirk, chill, take a deep breath, just to make it dramatic. Is this like on a date or is this on text?
Let's do on a date first.
On a date? Yeah. Okay. So like, let's just say we're sitting, like having dinner and she asks like, how many girls are you talking to?
Yeah.
I'll say, well, of course, like I knew you were going to ask me that. Why'd you want to ask? I will answer your question, but why'd you want to ask me that? And then let's like role play that.
Okay. So you're turning it back to her.
Yeah. I'll say like, why'd you want to ask me that?
Well, just to know where I stand.
Stand in what?
Stand with us.
Uh-huh. So you're into me then.
Okay, got it. So you're throwing it back. You're making it about her.
Exactly. Well, it's about like it's at the end of the day, here's my theory why girls ask that. And it's a very good question. Girls should always ask that question. And the reason why is because I would like my students to be challenged on
Yeah.
purpose, because I want my students to persevere through all challenging situations. So rather than being like, oh my God, I'm under interrogation, which is how every guy thinks, it's like, bro, it's just a question. She just wants to make sure like you're the right fit. That's the way I see it.
Okay.
So I would say, I mean, so you're into me, right? Yeah. I mean, I don't know yet. I just want to make sure that you're the right guy. So what have I shown you so far that wouldn't make me the right guy? And then she forgets that she even asked that question. It's more about something more meaningful.
Yeah.
Right?
Turning it into a more meaningful conversation.
Yeah. And I would even say like, okay, so you want to ensure that you're not just a number and you want to go further with me, right? And she'll say, yeah, I just don't want to be a number. I'd say, cool. Well, like, I'm actually looking for a relationship. I'm not saying let's get married tomorrow or be a boyfriend, girlfriend today, but let's go based off some things that matter a lot, which is like, are we compatible on these 3 things? Right?
Yeah.
Do you think that's fair? And she'll say, sure. And then you can just go from there. You can still answer the question. You can be honest with it and say, yeah, I'm talking to actually 3-4 different girls, or I'm talking to one girl. I'm only talking to you. Like I can literally say, yeah, I'm actually only talking to you right now. It depends on what kind of guy you are.
Yeah.
If you're like if you're just like, well, you're the only one, then she's going to look and say, no, dude, like not interested.
Yeah.
There will be girls that will act like that.
Okay.
Because girls want to feel that you have options. And if you can choose other women, but you're choosing her because she's the right compatible fit.
I see. Okay, so we're listening. We're understanding our girls. I like this. That's good. Is it an ick when a girl asks that? Like, what do you guys think about it?
Never take anything personally in life. Man or woman that gives you a question or tries to confront you. Never take things personally. Of course, we're human. We're going to take things personally sometimes. But when a girl asks that, I don't get the ick. Like when my girl asked that question.
Mhm.
She's like, how many girls are you sleeping with? I'm like, do you really want to know? She's like, never mind. So like, I told her that, and I always give her reassurance. That's the difference. Because a lot of guys, they get that question and they're like, oh my God, I'm under attack. No, you're not, dude. Like, you're not under attack. I gave my girl reassurance every time that like, oh my God, you're so beautiful. I opened the door for her. I take care of her. I provided for her. And I just like shared so much vulnerability with her at such an early stage of my life. And I told her, just to let you know, I don't share this with every girl I meet. So the fact that you're getting this from me means that I really care about you.
Yeah.
So when she wants to ask that question or think about that question, she can be like, actually, there's no way that Cam, even if he is talking to multiple girls, he sees me way more special because he actually shares vulnerable things and I believe it. I can tell by how genuine he is.
It's true. That's good. Is there ever a situation where you would advise a guy to lie to his woman?
To lie?
Yeah.
No way.
Okay.
Never lie to a girl.
Good answer.
Never lie. And I wouldn't even, and I'll also say this, never lie to a man too.
Yeah.
Just
No, I
never
agree.
lie. Be honest. And there's ways to do it. So like, you don't want to, if the girl says, how do I look? And you think her outfit or her hair doesn't look good, right? Instead of just saying, yeah, it looks great, right? Or just address and say, okay, I'm going to be real with you, baby. All right. Your outfit looks fire. The hair, I personally feel like we could take care of it a little bit better. Is there something that like, I'm just noticing like this strand is sticking out a little bit, or this part, like I love everything you've done. I can tell you put a lot of effort into it, but I feel like this could be addressed. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you understand where I'm coming from? And she'll be like, oh, yeah. And then she might feel like maybe beat up. Like she might feel like, oh my God, he's being harsh or whatever, right? But I would always say, hey, would you rather me lie? And
Well, you're also leading with a compliment there. And then you're being honest. So, come on.
Girls are complicated though, Kaylin. Sometimes they're
Are
like,
they?
even.
This is what
She's
you
playing
do for a
innocent right now.
living.
She's like, are they? Yeah.
What?
I
Crazy. This is what you do for a living, though.
Yeah, I mean, I always like to soften the blow as much as possible.
Okay.
And I want my baby, every time I'm like, if I see something that she's wearing and I feel like it could be like a better outfit, I'll say, you know what? I feel like the pink shirt will be better than the white shirt that you're wearing right now. Why don't you try that and just see how it looks? And at the end of the day, she knows deep down that I want her to look her best. And I want her to tell me if I'm not looking my best.
Yeah.
Right? If I'm looking like my outfit could be better, I want her to tell me.
Yeah.
So if the man creates that foundation
Okay.
from the get-go,
Yeah.
could be on the first date, it could be on text messages too, before they even go on their first date. Hey, I'm going to show up to this first date on Friday. looking fly. And I want you to look fly as well. Let's create this safety foundation between us. If any moment our outfits don't look as good or something about us doesn't look as nice as we want to look, let's be honest with each other. Can we do that? And she'll say, absolutely. And then you started that before the first date.
Okay, I like this. And this is great advice because you guys don't know this, obviously. This couple, this relationship, the best dressed couple I've ever seen in my entire life. So this works. Okay, use it with your women. Maybe they can see on Instagram. Which Instagram are we looking at for that?
Thank you, Caitlin. That's such a cool compliment.
Yeah. Is it on your Instagram? Like, are you guys ever together on yours?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, like when you mean like our content, like do we have like a joint?
Yeah, just where people can see the outfits.
Oh, I guess on Atiana's, like that's my girlfriend's name, Atiana. Like on her account, like she has some, I think like stories. My account is so businessy, like it's like all for like just coaching and stuff. So we used to post like more like of our outfits together. But I think if you can check our stories, story highlights, sometimes we have them, but catch us in person too. We go to festivals all the time. You might find us there. So you can see our outfits. We get compliments all the time when we're there. But you might see us on the street, say hi to us. Yeah. Introduce yourself.
Speaking of festivals though, are people wearing like crazy outfits like they used to a couple years ago, or is it more casual?
They're definitely wearing crazy outfits. Okay. Oh man, at the festival, it's so non-judgmental, which I love. Like everyone can dress any way they want. So guys can dress the way they want. Girls can dress the way they want. Any gender, you can dress any way you want, which is super cool. Me and Atiana, the way we like to dress is we like statement pieces. So things that help us stand out and people will never forget about us. Yeah. Again, it's about like being remembered. And I always want to have a legacy. And so does Atiana. We both want to have a legacy. Yeah. Where we're never, ever, ever forgotten.
That's great advice for people in general too who don't know how to dress. Because there's a lot of men. There's a lot of you out there. Listen up. Okay. Okay. A guy follows your advice, but she gets mad when you take longer than 5 minutes to text back. How are you supposed to deal with a girl like that?
Put her in her place.
Put her in her place. What does that look like?
Absolutely. Great question. So putting her in her place, I feel like gets like a bad rep. A lot of times like it sound like narcissistic or it's like, just like putting women down. Yeah. But the way I like to do it is, first of all, men can be put in their place by their women too. Oh, so sure. The way to do it is she gets mad and says like, you're taking too long to respond. The way I would do it is I would phone call her or actually FaceTime her so I can see her face and she can see my face. Okay. So that's what I advise for the client, like FaceTime her, right? That's the most masculine thing you can do. And it shows like, hey, I'm not hiding. Yeah. And also removes any defensive behavior, any kind of tonality that can be misconstrued for something negative. So you get on the FaceTime call and say like, hey, how's it going? And she's like, I'm good. Just, you take too long to respond. Just out of curiosity, like how fast are you looking for me to respond? Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, it doesn't have to be so long. I mean, it doesn't have to be super fast, but I don't want it to be too long either. Okay, but you need to understand, let's use Danielle as a name. Danielle, you need to understand that I have work right now, right? And I'm also like at the gym, I have a routine. And in between my day, I find the time to text you because I'm not forgetting about you, right? I'm never going to forget about you. But this kind of stuff, asking me to text you really fast, how would you feel if I was asking that from you? Do you feel like that's fair? Like, would you like that if I was asking you all the time? Yeah. And she'll say like, no, I wouldn't like it. It's just like, you express like what's going on. I'll tell her, look, at the end of the day, I'm sure you want to be seen, heard, and acknowledged. Is that correct? And she'll say, yes. Perfect. So do I. How about we come to an agreement that when we want to be seen, heard, acknowledged, you just address that instead of being angry with me that I take too long to respond. Because do you feel like I genuinely care about you and I want to move things forward with you? I do. I feel the same way about you too, Danielle. Awesome. So how about this? I need to get back to work. Okay. I'm almost done with my break. I'll call you later tonight and we can talk more about this. When we're all cooled off, get some fresh air. Please enjoy the rest of your day. We'll talk soon. How's that sound? And she says, sounds great. Awesome. You click, then you talk to her later.
Get some fresh air is crazy, but valid for sure. Okay, so we're being firm. We're providing reassurance and confident. I like it. Mm-hmm. It's good. Good way to go about it. Okay, Playbook was successful, I feel like. We're going to do a couple more short segments.
Let's do it.
This next one is called Fix This Text. So this is, at least in my experience, texts that I get a lot and girls get a lot. And they're not the best. They're not the greatest texts in the world. So if you have an alternative, or if it's just something guys should delete from their texting vocabulary, you let me know. First one, fix this text. I know you'll probably never see this, but as an opener, what do you think?
Terrible.
Horrible.
Terrible. I will not use that one. What is it again? Like I don't think you're gonna see this.
Yeah, I know you'll probably never see this. I feel like it gives insecure.
It gives me a very pickup artist type of energy too. Like, I want guys to understand that I'm not a pickup artist. I'm a texting coach, but like I help guys with like real dating advice.
Yeah.
That just makes, if I was a chick, I would be like, I want to forget you just off you saying something lame like that. I'll say, too bad, I already forgot you. You know, that's what I would be sassy if I was a chick. I would say some sassy shit like that.
Yeah.
I'll just say like, I already forgot you, too late. You know, I feel like that is selling himself short too.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
The message is just, it just says like, I don't have options. I don't get laid often. Most likely I'm a virgin, or like nothing wrong with being a virgin, by the way. It's just like, comes off like weak.
Yes.
You know? Also, it just shows that he lacks experience.
Yeah.
Because a man that has options, a man that's well sought after by women, doesn't say stuff like that.
Yeah.
Right? Again, what inspired you to want to wear this outfit? Why do you like to go to Croatia so much and spend time at Yacht Week? What goes down in Yacht Week? Oh, I noticed you love to go to festivals a lot. Like, what's your favorite festival? Like, those are questions like the way I coach my guys is I help them with asking questions on the DMs that they could ask on the dates before the date happens.
Yeah.
What's your favorite festival? Where's somewhere you traveled recently? I asked that before I even go on a date. So I'm having a pre-date screening before the date actually happens.
And then you know what you can talk about too.
Exactly. A lot of guys are just like, please, you know, I hope I get chosen. And I'm coming from a place like, dude, you are already chosen. You're here. You're alive. Be grateful. You know, dress well, smell good, have good hygiene. And when you talk to a girl, be a man about it and just say like, hey, I really love that fit that you're wearing. I love the food that you're trying. You just seem like you're so adventurous. Like, where did this all happen? When did it begin for you? Like, what motivates you every day waking up feeling like you can go conquer the world? Like, whatever, right? Just put some more effort.
Yeah. That feels like a clip that we're going to put at the beginning of the podcast. I like that.
Ooh.
That's beautiful. You killed that. Okay. Fix this text. Hey, what's up?
Oh my God. Hey, what's up? Okay, I would say, is that, and this is a text, right? Hey, what's up?
Yeah.
Again, I would just like have to like pull up something from her, is this, okay, so context. Is this like Instagram, or is this like we met on the dating app, or we met in person? Like,
This one's a text. You know her. You've talked before, but you're reaching out, trying to start a conversation. Is there a better way to start a conversation?
oh, absolutely. Yeah, thank you. This helps a lot. So
Yes.
what I would say is, let's say her name is Danielle. I'll say like, hey, Danielle, I had an insane weekend. I really want to hear about yours too. Let's talk
Okay.
about it.
Yeah.
What did you do this past Friday? Because my Friday was pretty wild. And I would, and this is how it's structured. Hey, Danielle, in text. Then I'll send a voice note. So now she's like, whoa, I get a text and I get a voice note. Like, now I want to see everything, right? And the voice note, keep it under 1 minute. Maybe even like for the first like introductory text, like 30 seconds.
Yes.
Short and sweet, concise.
No one wants to listen to a long voice note, but they're also intriguing. As long as it's short, like you want to know what they said in there.
Yeah. And have fun, smile. Don't be like, this Friday I went to, yeah, that's scary. Like, very scary. Run for the hills, scary.
That is scary.
So it would be, the way to do it is like, hey, Danielle, like, I had this crazy Friday experience, but I want to find out like what went down for you, because like, I don't even know if I can recover from what happened this past Friday. And now she's like wondering like, what the hell, what happened to Cam? What did he do? Like, you know, what happened to him? Like,
Breadcrumbing here. I like this.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Fix this text. Men say this all the time. They go, yeah, you can come if you want to. Come over if you want.
that's what he's saying to her.
Yeah.
You can come over if you want.
Yeah.
Why, if you want? Like, why not just like, hey, you can come over, join me for drinks at 8 o'clock at the crib, or
Perfect.
join me at this bar, 8 o'clock. I got a speakeasy that is going to be super dope.
Clear, concise. You want her there. Very masculine. Perfect. Listen to that.
Because at the end of the day, Caitlin, she's going to decide if she wants to go or not. Like, you don't have
Yeah.
to say if you want. Like, if you want, like, gives me this kind of like, if you want.
It is
Or it's
limp.
like,
Yeah.
it's very like noodle, like a noodle energy. It's like,
It
really,
is noodle energy.
it's kind of like that, you know? Like,
Yeah.
it's, I'd rather be like, you and me, drinks, 8 o'clock tonight. You down? Like, that's the energy.
Yes. No noodle energy with that. Perfect. I like it. So if you want, major red flag. Speaking of red flags.
Yeah, that was a red flag for sure.
Red flag for sure. We're running it back to red flag, green flag. I'm going to say flag, and Cam is going to tell us if it's a red flag or a green flag. We usually do this with men, but because we have a man on the podcast today, I'm going to be asking about women. You tell me what you think about these things that women do. Okay,
Awesome.
ready?
Yes, ready.
First one. She asks you what your birth chart is, and she takes it very seriously. Red flag, green flag.
Wait, what is it? The
She asks you what your birth chart is.
birth chart, like horoscope?
Yes.
Green flag.
Green flag. I'm going to go red flag on that one.
Why
I
is
would
that?
love to
I
hear
wanna
your
know.
thoughts.
What-
You first.
Green flag for me because it's like, it's not going to make me determine whether we're going to be compatible for the rest of our lives, but it will let me know that how excited she is about knowing we're compatible through horoscope.
Okay. I do like that take a lot. That's good. I feel like red flag because I feel like you just, people who take it very seriously tend to judge you and who you are as a person before they even know you. And like, I'm a Virgo. I may have some Virgo tendencies, but a lot that I hear about Virgos isn't me at all. So if you're kind of thinking that I'm a certain type of person that I'm not already, that's a red flag for me.
I would say, just to add on to this, why I think it's a green flag is
Right.
because I would first make a little game out of it and say,
Okay.
like, she's like, what's your horoscope? I'll say, or what your birth sign is that what it is?
Yeah.
What's your birth sign? I'll say, what do you think?
Okay.
And so it's a little game, right? And then she'll
Establishing some
say,
banter.
oh, I think you could be, I get, no one ever guesses I'm a Cancer.
Okay.
I'm born in July. No one
Yeah.
ever guesses I'm a Cancer. And when I tell her I'm a Cancer, immediately it's like, really? And then I say, yeah. And then usually I'm like, I say, I've been told Cancers are very sensitive. Do you strike me as a sensitive person? So now I'm getting her to invest in me.
I see Rizmaster 101. This is crazy. So you're seeing how interested she is. You're asking questions. You're making it into a game.
Mhm.
I like it. And you're asking questions about her interests and making it seem like you're interested in horoscopes, even if you might not be.
Yeah. One other question you can ask is like, does that mean we're compatible for the rest of our lives? Does that mean we're going to
Yeah.
have like 20 children? You can like joke around. Like, or does it mean we're going to have like 20 kids and live in a baller mansion and drive Lamborghinis every day? Like, and she'll be like, oh my God, like that totally sounds so cool. Like, yeah, we're definitely going to be meant to be. It makes it like more like united.
You're thinking about the future. I like this. Okay.
Mhm.
Good green flag. Red flag, green flag. She has no female friends.
Ooh. Green flag or red flag? She has no female friends. I would say red flag for
I
that
agree.
one.
I
I'll tell
do
you
agree.
why. It's a red flag for you too.
Yes.
I would say it's a red flag because I think as human beings, like we should have balance. Like me having friends that are girls and having friends that are guys is totally, it's a good balance.
Yeah.
It's acceptable. It shows that also there's like a social, you understand social settings,
Yes.
right? And I think a guy that only has guy friends with no girl friends at all is a man that I feel doesn't have a lot of experience with women, and he needs to learn that you don't have to always sleep with women or make them your girlfriend. Like you can have friends. This is also very debatable. A lot of times guys don't believe this, or agree with this. But I feel like men can have female friends and like not want to sleep with them.
Okay. That's a good take from you. I feel like I don't know. I feel like a lot of times girls think that guys having girlfriends is a red flag.
Something also,
Yeah.
and something I learned through my girlfriend,
Right.
Caitlin. She said there's it's a guy's girl and a girl's girl, right?
Yeah.
And a woman that has no female friends, if I'm not mistaken, is a guy's girl.
Yes. You know the terminology and
Yeah.
everything.
Can you explain that for the audience in case like they haven't heard this before? I'm not really
Yeah,
sure.
I
think you
mean-
girls can explain it better.
Well, a girl's girl, just you can bond with other women. A guy's girl is putting other women down in order to impress men, which putting anyone down in the first place is always going to be a red flag. Like, you should be lifting your friends up. And yeah, I feel like if a girl has no girlfriends, there's a reason for that. And generally it's because she's trying to make herself look better in front of men by putting other women down, which is just a negative energy that no one needs in their life, in my opinion. So red flag on that one. All right. Red flag, green flag. She tests you on purpose. So, like, for example, she's delaying her text to see how you react to it.
I mean, for me, my girlfriend was like doing that all the time. It's fine. Like, green flag for me. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
It does not deter me from wanting to say anything to her or like get angry. Like, I don't take it personal. I believe a lot of times girls do this because they just don't want to drop the ball.
Okay.
They don't want to lose a man. They don't want to seem too easily interested. And
Right.
that's understandable because girls have been hurt. They've been lied to, manipulated multiple times. And, you know, for me, like, I thought it was a fun little game. You know, I wasn't like, oh God, she delayed the message again for the 5th time. And it's 6 hours later. Like, I really do not care because I was so busy being on my purpose, doing something that was like meaningful to me. And I said, look, when my girl comes, when the right girl comes, and she's going to come at the perfect time.
It sounds like you're taking a lot of the things that men generally tend to think of as icks, not taking any of them personally. Maybe that's the secret sauce right there.
Yeah, I just keep myself busy. Like caring about like, oh, wow, she texted me 8 hours later. Like, I actually find it funny. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's definitely like trying to on purpose not text me fast.
I see.
And it's funny because like she'll text me. I remember there's times, Caitlin, where like she texts me and I happen to be on my phone and I like literally like click on the message and I keep my read receipts on. For all you guys out there, keep your read receipts on your iPhones. Okay?
Interesting. Why?
Yes. It's a power move because I want her to know that I read the message. 100%. I don't want her to think, did you read the message? No, I want you to know I read the damn message.
But what if you don't answer immediately?
That makes it more powerful.
Won't she be offended?
She can be if she wants. I mean, did I say anything to offend her? I mean, she's been doing it to me. Why not just play around a little bit with her too, right?
Damn, that is a power move, guys. That's crazy. Okay.
Yeah, keep
That's
the read
good.
receipts on. Like a lot of guys that they don't do it because they're like, oh, I don't want her to be offended or anything like that. But it's like, we can't live in a world, both men and women, we can't live in a world where we're worried about offending people, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we're not calling each other names. We're not being rude to each other. I just think it's fair that we move the way we think is appropriate and we're working with the best what we have.
Yeah.
And once you get in that healthy relationship, then all that stuff goes away. Like these games, they go away because you're like, okay, look, let's be real. We like each other. We want to sleep with each other. We want to get probably married later down the road. Let's just cut the crap and just go all the way with this.
Yeah. This is a very healthy mindset. This is great. Okay. If you have a healthy mindset, you have no dating problems, I guess. Let's work on that. Heartbreak Hotel guests. Red flag, green flag. She's asking you to post her on your socials.
When though?
As soon as she becomes your girlfriend.
Green flag for
Green
sure.
flag. I agree.
100%.
Green flag.
Yeah, I remember when I made my girlfriend, I was like, all you ladies out there, I'm off the market now, okay? So I wanted everyone to know, like, I don't want the universe to know. I want everyone around me to know. In fact, when I'm out at the club, and let's just say my girl happens to be like at the bathroom, right? And let's say like I've talked, man or woman like approaches me and says, bro, I love your outfit. It's usually how people approach me and my girl. They're like, bro, I love your outfit, or girl, I love your outfit. I'll say, thank you so much. And I'll say like, who are you here with tonight? And they'll say, oh, I'm here with my friend or I'm by myself. I'll say, cool, I'm with my girl. She's actually in the bathroom. So I'll introduce you to her in just a moment. I always make sure my girl's acknowledged.
Phenomenal.
Because she would do
way
the
to
same
it.
for me too.
Yeah, that's so good. What if your girl is simply not there at all? She's back at home. How do you bring her up?
Oh, like she's back at home?
Yeah.
I'm always out with like my girl everywhere we go. But like, let's just say in the event that she's not with me.
Yeah.
How do I bring her up? I like to like, whether it's like through storytelling, whether it's through a common interest that me and that person is sharing. I'll say, yeah, me and my girl, we actually do this a lot. So here's a great example. We go backstage a lot for these festivals that we go to. And sometimes my girl's occupied with a group of people. It could be a group talking to a guy, talking to a group of girls, a group of guys, whatever. And I'm talking to, let's say, a group of girls or guys or just a single guy or girl. I'll just say, oh, by the way, like me and my girl, we were just at this last festival about a month ago and it was in Thailand. It was really fun. Oh, by the way, hold on. Let me see where she is. She's she's right over there. You see her with like the orange jacket? She'll be like,
Perfect. Any opportunity you have, you're bringing the girl into it.
exactly. And I'll be like, baby, come over here. I want to introduce you. I'm always about introducing her, and she does the same thing too.
That's so good. If you want to have a healthy relationship, I feel like that's the issue that most girls have is their guy talking to other girls and not bringing them up. So great advice. I like
he's
it.
acting single.
Yeah.
And I have this thing, like I tell my clients, like, be careful because the way you move can make it look like you're single when you're really not.
Yeah.
Right. And the same thing with girls. Like I've told, even I've had girls like ask me questions about certain things about dating as well. And I tell them like, look, you look like you're single. And I can tell why he's frustrated with you because you just are not including him. So anything, Caitlin, that does not sound inclusive and unifying, people are going to, it's not the person's fault. You got to communicate very precisely. Hey, I'm in a relationship. I'm with this person. I'm on a date with this person right now.
Okay. Got it. Wait, this is great. Okay, perfect. Last one. Second to last one. Red flag, green flag. She keeps referring to you as the dude she's talking to after 4 months.
She's referring to the wait, say that again?
She's referring to you as just some guy that she's talking to with her friends after 4 months.
Just talking to? Like,
Yeah.
what does that mean, just talking to?
Just talking. I feel like women, a lot of times, instead of explaining who a guy is to their friends, will refer to them as some guy that she's talking to. So it's been 4 months. She clearly hasn't told her friends about you. Red flag, green flag.
But that's a great question. I think it's very contextual. And I want to make sure I give an accurate green flag.
Yes.
I was about to like wave both of them at the same time, green flag and the red flag. That's literally what I'm doing right now.
Okay.
But I guess like contextually are they intimate with each other? Are they going on dates? Or are they just in the talking stage or they're just talking? Like what's happening?
I feel like going on dates and in the talking stage, but not exclusive yet. You haven't had the boyfriend-girlfriend conversation yet.
Ooh, I mean, at the end of the day, okay, I would say it depends. So I'm going to wave the green flag on this. If she is being honest about what's going on in the background, like they're just kind of talking. And if all the girls are meeting up, they're going to say, give us the juicy details. Like, do you sleep with him? Is he big down there? Like they're going to ask all these kind of questions, right? So I would say if she's being honest, green flag. Okay. And she's like, yeah, like we just like sleep around and we're very casual with each other. We'll go on dates here and there. I'll go over to his house for Netflix and chill. Red flag if she's selling him short.
Okay.
Meaning like if she's really into him, but she's worried that her girlfriends would like steal him away from her and she's worried and she's selling him short and she's not speaking highly of him. She's not even really want to be with him. She's just kind of like playing him and just using him. That's when it's a red flag.
I see. That's
so
a great
very
take
contextual
on that one. I like that.
Okay. What's yours on that? What's your take on that?
Oh, that one I feel like is a red flag, but I feel like that's very personal to me because I feel like people, if they're seeing someone that they're enthusiastic about, tell everyone. Like, make sure your friends know, be talking about it. You should want to talk about them and bring them up. And I get if it's very, very early on and you don't want to jinx things yet, but 4 months in, you should be talking about them. Like your friends should know. That's my opinion.
Okay, I see where you're going with the question. So it's just more like it's not, you're like really describing the situation very accurately and you're not like hiding the situation. Is that what it is?
Yeah, but everyone's different and some people are seeing multiple people after 4 months. I think personally for me, red flag, that's not what I do, but I like that you had both answers there for both situations. I like it. Okay, last red flag, green flag. She says that she's with you just for fun and it's nothing serious.
I mean, green flag is like what she wants. Yeah. That's authentic. I mean, as long as authentic, like I've had women in the past tell me like, look, I'm not looking for anything serious. I just think you're hot and let's just do the, let's just bump bellies and just like get at it in the bedroom. I'll say, sure, why not? Like if you're not looking for anything more, that's cool.
Yeah. As long as she's honest and authentic about who she is and what she wants. Green flag?
Yeah. I mean, as long as she's being real about her intentions and there's no bait and switch and he's not doing anything like that and he's not manipulating her, like I think that's very fair. I think everyone is entitled to what they want as long as they're authentic and they share that unity between each other. So if she wants a casual and he wants a casual, great. If she wants a casual, this is where it gets red flag for him.
I see.
If she wants a casual and he's like, oh yeah, that sounds great, just casual. But he's like, oh no, I really hope to make her my girlfriend. That's a red flag. Do not sleep with that woman, right?
Okay.
But if he's like, if she says, I'm just looking for something casual, and he is like, cool, yeah, like me too. Not a rush to get in a relationship, not really looking for one at the moment. I just think you're super hot and I'd love to, keep it casual with you. Green flag.
Okay. As long as you're communicating and on the same page, green flag.
As long as we're on the same page, it's a green flag. 100%.
I like it. Great takes. I like it. So if guys are looking for more of your takes, they can find you on Instagram.
Absolutely.
TikTok.
So yeah, on TikTok, it's the Coach Grand Cam. Instagram is at Coach Grand Cam.
Perfect. And if guys are looking to take your course, where can they find that?
If they're interested, I would say the best way is just send me a direct message on Instagram. I'm always on my phone, and it's you can just like send me a direct message and like let me know that you're interested or you're having some issues with something with girls. Like, I'm here, man. Like, I understand. I've been in that situation before. I know what it's like to struggle with dating. I know what it's like to like not have like that level of comprehension with girls that you need. So, just hit me up. I got you, bro. Like, we'll take care of everything.
Perfect. Okay, I like it. Anything else? Anything else you want to throw in? Do you have like a website or anything?
Yeah, I have thegrandmail.com.
Awesome.
That's the name of my company. But, the best way to reach out to me is just strictly through Instagram and just send me a DM and just let me know, like, bro, like, hey, I saw you on the podcast with Caitlin and I'm struggling, man. Let's just make it super personal. I'm very approachable. I'm very friendly. And I just want to see everyone win. I want to see all the guys succeed. I want them to be in happy relationships or dating happily with women. As long as like you can be real with me, I'll be real with you.
Great. That's a great mindset. I like it a lot. If you're looking for him, I'll have all of his links and everything down below. And yeah, thank you so much for coming on the podcast. I feel like this was great. And so many people text me asking for dating advice. And I'm like, I struggle myself. I can't necessarily give all of the advice that these people are looking for. So having it come from a guy and someone who does it professionally, I feel like will mean so much to the people of Heartbreak Hotel. So I really appreciate you coming on. Yeah, thank you so much. And hopefully we'll see Tiana soon on the podcast.
Bye, everybody. Thank you so much.
Bye.